Danielle Hernandez. Give it up. This is where we all do the chord dance, where it's like this way, no? Then we're just stirring the brew, which is fine, because we all want to be witches anyway. Or is that just me? Hi everyone, I am Danielle Hernandez. Welcome aboard, and I should warn you that whoop whoop, you are now on the Hernandez Express. Yes, we're going for a ride. Please do buckle in, keep your arms and legs within the vehicle at all times, because we are not held responsible for any lost limbs or wallets. Who said that? Just like everyone else, give yourself a round of applause for being out here tonight. I don't know if you've noticed, but the sidewalks have been replaced with water. So we're all mermaids now, which is the dream. Yes, so the Hernandez is from Puerto Rico, yay. And a fun fact, before my mother married my father, she was Fernandez. So real hard transition there. All she had to do is make the F and H. And I'm like, what if we did that with everything, you know? You motherfucker! You know, sometimes a little softer. This is my family. I love them all. What about husband? What if we did it backwards? Make it fuzzband. It sounds more fun, right? I love words. No. Because, you know, husband sounds nice. It sounds like a hug. Sounds like he's got a band. You know a word I don't like? Wife. It rhymes with knife. Strife. I'm just like, I think it's time. I think it's time we change some things up. I don't want to be a wife, all right? I want to be someone's river queen. Okay? I want to be their cosmic goddess. I now pronounce you husband and cosmic goddess. Because it is 2019, eh? Oh yes, so back to my parents. So they grew up in New York, we're authentic New Yorkers, but they grew up in like West Side story times, and we were the Puerto Rican family, and you had to take it seriously, because being Puerto Rican then was like being Mexican today, and that's not funny. It's just sad. So they needed to get out. Anytime they were out of the house, someone would just be like, banana, banana, woo, and nice dance around you. So they moved to Staten Island. The safest borough at the time. Yes, you all know Staten Island, right? It's known for the accent, it's real. The orange people, also real. Why are they so tan? It's because they go tanning all the time. Why? Because they're all depressed and melatonin makes you happier. Yes, we're also known for having the largest opioid pandemics, worse than the Bronx and Queens combined. So, give them a round of applause for Staten Island. They're doing their best. They're doing their best. Yeah, so my parents, they moved over, and they moved right into a Jewish neighborhood. Very New York thing to do. And it was great because we were in a safe community, and I grew up, and my neighbors, they would always have me come over to turn off the lights, you know, for Shabbat. So that was my first job ever, like, go over at 4:30 p.m. in the winter and just boop, boop. What do you guys do in the darkness for 12 hours? I don't know. But in the summer, the thing is, like, Friday nights, that's when the party ended for my Jewish neighbors, and Friday nights, that's when the party started for my Puerto Rican family. So I'd leave their house and just enter the backyard, and you'd hear all the Spanish music going, and you'd just hear suavemente, besame, and you look up in the windows and see little Jewish faces going, yoi. By the way, all of my Spanish is learned from music. Didn't pick up a word of it, despite not only having both parents originally born in Puerto Rico. My aunt is a Spanish teacher! The shame is so real. But you know what, I think it was a psychological decision so that when I was commanded to do things, I wouldn't have to do them. Danielle, blah, 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 blah. What? I'm sorry, I only speak Spanish verses. Kulikitati. Kulikitata. Gotta go. So, no Spanish. I am pure cheese. I'm sure you're picking up on that at this point. You know, I don't get it. People are like, ugh, all that cheesiness. And I'm like, don't tell me you don't like cheese. Vegans like cheese, okay? And I'm vegan friendly because I'm non-dairy. People are out there pushing Percocets. I'm pushing Lactaid. I'm like, you know you want it. There you go. And you know, different days, different types of cheeses. Sometimes I'm soft and squishy, like brie. Other times, I'm more like Swiss, and there's holes in my story. Pure cheese. And also love, like cheese and love. I love to spread the love, like butter on toast, or Nutella on toast. Either way, you're toast. That's not a threat. It's a promise. But I'm also a perfectionist. Anyone else a perfectionist? I know. Well, the thing is, yeah, exactly. Wait, well, the thing about perfectionists is nothing is perfect. There's no such thing as perfect. So what happens is we don't actually ever finish anything. So I'm really great at abandonment, it turns out.
So's my dad.
A round of applause. For all the fathers. There you go, so we have something in common. I abandon everything that I'm like, it's not perfect, goodbye. So thank God I didn't choose a career like architect, because I would just be leaving skeletons everywhere. Building skeletons, not human skeletons. Do you know how hard it is to separate human flesh from a skeleton? Asking for a friend. Get toast. Yeah, I do live at home with my family, which is nice because I actually love them. Yay! I hope this is a crowd that has good relationships with their family. Not everyone does, and that is actually not funny, but we're here to spread love. So, you know, families, they tend to develop their own secret kind of language. Not Spanish, that's a real one, still don't speak it. Suavemente. But I have a sister, and she and I will communicate through body language. And she was recently dating a guy in Brooklyn who lived with like 4 other guys in Brooklyn. So it was of course no surprise when she was like, Danielle, I saw a roach. And I was like, just one? She was like, Danielle, I knew it was a roach. It had one of those little and I was like, show me again. It had one of those and I was like, did you try communicating with it? And then we started practicing just so we call it the cockroach jive. Yeah, our parents walk in on us doing that all the time. Hello, mother! It's great, it's wonderful. Pure cheese! How's your lactate treating you? I'm gonna keep you dosed up, kids. Oh man, does anyone else realize how deeply in a relationship they are with their television? Yeah, I'm at a heavy level of commitment. I was born, and now I'm here, and we're still happily together, so. Yeah, and you know what, each TV program offers me something else, so it's actually a polygamous relationship, and we're both fine with that. My TV's seeing other people, I'm seeing other people through my TV. Oh, yeah, and did anyone grow up on anime at all? Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball Z? Because that's what I would feed on when I got home. And I loved Sailor Moon. People are always like, Danielle, why are you so happy? And I'm like, Sailor Moon! And they're like, no, really? And I'm like, because of the power of friendship! And they're like, just give her time. And I'm like, joke's on you, because Sailor Moon will never leave me, okay? And I always wanted to like learn Japanese. I was determined as like a tween. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna eat all the sushi. I'm so cultured. This is great. I'm gonna go to Japan one day. And I'm actually very #blessed. I have traveled a lot. I haven't made it to Japan yet. I made it to Egypt. That was amazing. In 2012, I was climbing pyramids while they were burning down Tahrir Square. Actually, no, I went on a lucky 2 weeks. Peace weeks. Instead, Sandy hit New York, so everyone was like, Danielle, good luck out there, and I was like, no, good luck back home. There is a shark in the subway! It's okay, they're still doing repairs. One day they will find that shark and set him free. Yeah, I made it into the Great Pyramids, and one thing about the Great Pyramid, it's not a joke. It's built at a great angle. There's a ladder when you go inside. Hold on, let me turn this way. We're going on a trip. There's a ladder when you go inside, and you have to climb it, and it's actually a ladder with rungs, except it goes up for like 300 feet, and you just see darkness, and you're like, what? So there I am, and I'm just like, okay, we can do this. And my tour guide at the time, he was 80 years old. 80 years old and climbing pyramids! A round of applause for John Anthony West, y'all. And he's like a mountain goat, just like sproing. And I'm just like, okay, I have a goal. After I get to the top of this pyramid, I'm going to become this man. And I'm not going to become a pyramid because that's impossible. Don't be ridiculous. But once you climb up a pyramid, you have to climb down a pyramid. So the best way down is just, we are gonna die! But no, I'm still standing before you. So I made it to Egypt, I made it to Ireland. Fun fact about Ireland, it's a lot like New York. They have 55 different weathers in the same day. 49 of them are rain. And I like to visit the Neolithic sites. I'm all about rocks and crystals and Noth, Newgrange, I'm sure you've heard of them. They are Neolithic sites. And what's really interesting about them is that they're built by just stacking rocks. There's no glue holding those things together. It's just rocks on rocks on rocks, like a kid that plays with blocks, except they're rocks. So I went there, and what's amazing is that no rain has ever gotten in to these places. And I'm not kidding when I say 49% of their weather is rain every day. You go outside and it's a soft mist, and then 2.5 minutes later there's like a chill and some snowflakes, and then it's like, yeah, well, that's dense precipitation happening. But not inside of these buildings, and that's how you know I didn't build it, because I would have abandoned that shit, just like I'm about to abandon this mic. Thank you, everyone, that is my time.